Women Political Party. We like women and we are proud to like women, and if they do not like women, they are the enemy. This video is about the peaceful conquest of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Russia. Okay, basically, the United States is going to be at least 100 to 200 to possibly 300% bigger. And the same thing with Europe and the United Kingdom, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, United Kingdom, Ireland, and France. Or the whole world is basically going to get more land. Basically, it's, the bottom line is Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Russia are massively outnumbered. Russia's outnumbered over 50 to 1. Canada's outnumbered over 200 to 1. Australia's outnumbered over 322 to 1. And New Zealand is outnumbered over 1,646 to 1 globally. So basically, the whole world we propose the whole world's going to unite and take their land. Now, there is a preferred option. You see, because Canada is basically an English and French-speaking country, and so is Australia. Instead of the whole world taking their land, we could do something like this, where half of it goes to Europe, and the other half goes to France, the United Kingdom, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. So England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales are going to be at least 5 or 6 times bigger. So is France, and so is the U.S. Okay, it's same thing with Australia, and the rest of Russia will go to Europe. Okay, I'll show you the map. Okay, like this one right here. Okay, like there's Canada. Half of it goes to the U.S., and the other half goes to France, UK, and Ireland. Same thing with Australia. Half of it goes to the U.S., the other half goes to France, UK, and Ireland. And Russia goes to Europe. The rest of Europe. Which is not France, UK, and Ireland, but the other European countries like Poland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Italy, Hungary, Romania, Germany. All those countries are going to be at least 5 or 6 times bigger. You know what I mean? Greece. So it's a great victory for Europe. Or we can have another option like this, where half of Canada goes to the U.S. And the other half goes to where like Russia goes to Europe, and and the other half of Canada goes to the United States, and half of Australia goes to the U.S. The other half goes to Europe. Something like that, where it's or something like this, where Canada goes to Europe, to the U.S. and Europe, and the other, Russia goes to Europe, the other half goes to the U.S. Same thing with Australia. Half goes to Europe, half goes to the U.S. Okay, those are going to be the preferred options for Canada and Australia. So we're saving Canada and we're saving Australia because the Australians are going to prefer a European American option, or the option of going to the United Kingdom, Ireland, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and France, and the United States. That's what Australia and Canada are going to prefer. And Russians are going to be preferring going to Europe. Because, they're outnumbered hundreds to 1. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Okay, there's 7 billion people globally. Now remember, see, this is what they're not going to prefer, but this is what could happen. Okay, like you see, like this is Russia. Here, like, you see half of Russia. I'm sorry, let me just get the map right here. This is Russia, okay? Half of it, the whole world, parts of it goes to Europe, 20% goes to Africa, 20% goes to India, South Asia, and the Middle East, 20% goes to East Asia, and the other 20% goes to North and South America. Same thing with Australia, 5-way split, Europe, Africa, South Asia, India, and the Middle East, East Asia, North and South America. Same thing with Canada here. Canada is a 5-way split. Okay, they're outnumbered. Canada's outnumbered over 200 to 1, so they're going to be devastated. So is Australia, so is Russia. So they're going to feel very uncomfortable because they're going to get massively outnumbered. The whole world, the global courts could just peacefully take their land. You know what I mean? They really have no choice. Now, so there's other options. Instead of, so it's either going to be, or it might go to like where, like this is here, this is Russia. Parts of it goes to Europe. The other part goes to North and South America. This is Canada. You know, half of it goes to the U.S., you know, North and South America, Mexico, you know, Colombia, Brazil, the Caribbean islands. The other half, the other part goes to Europe. And the same thing with Australia. You know, half goes to North and South America, the other half goes to Europe. Because, you know, when the whole world gets together, you know, we might need North and South America. Basically, you're going to gang up on Australia, New Zealand, and Russia. So, you know, the United States and Europe taking Russia, Australia, and Canada might not even work. You know, so we might need North and South America's help. We need more numbers. You know, there's another option here, which is they might prefer also, is like there's Russia, half goes to Europe, the other half goes to the United States, Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean islands. This is the same thing with U.S., Mexico, you know, Central America, Europe. Like that's Newfoundland right there. Newfoundland could go to the Caribbean islands. You know, all those islands in the Caribbean, like Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, you know, the Bahamas. They could all just go up the ocean here and take Newfoundland. And this is with Australia. You know, half goes to Europe, the other half goes to USA, Mexico, and Caribbean islands and Central America. You know, so that's another option. Now, we feel that because, okay, you know, Canadians and Australians are mostly European American, you know, and same thing with Russia, they tend to be more European. We feel that these are the preferred options, where this is like Russia, like half of Russia goes to Europe, the other half goes to the U.S. Half of Canada goes to Europe or U.S., the other half goes to Europe. Half of Australia goes to U.S., the other half goes to Europe. You know, or it could be something like this, where, you know, like to make it simpler, all of Russia goes to Europe. This is Russia's Asian lands. You know, it's not the European part. The all of Canada goes to the United States, and half of Australia goes to Europe, and the other half goes to the United States. So they might feel more comfortable with that. Now, this is the preferred options, and the Canadians and Australians have to do this very soon because they're massively outnumbered. You know what I mean? They're going to take their land. This is what I think they're going to really prefer, because you see, okay, Canada is French Canada and English-speaking Canada. So Canada, okay, half goes to the U.S., and the other half goes to France, the United Kingdom, you know, England, Ireland, and Scotland, you know, and Northern Ireland, and the other half, you know, and Ireland. You know, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and France. You know, that's what I think the Canadians are going to prefer. And because the Canadians are going to prefer that, so will the Australians. Half of Australia goes to the France, United Kingdom, and Ireland. You know, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and France. And the other half goes to the United States. You know, and what will happen is, see, Russia is going to go to Europe, but not France, UK, and Ireland. So the rest of Russia, I think the Russians will prefer this, because the Russians feel very European, but they don't really feel very French or English or Irish or Scottish, where, you know, like Poland's going to be 5 times bigger. You know what I mean? You know, Hungary, Slovakia, you know, the Czech Republic, Italy, you know, Greece, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. You know, all the European countries, you know, Spain, Portugal, you know, I can go on and on, you know. So yeah, this option here is, I think, what they'll prefer, and this is what we're going to try to push them into, where Russia goes to Europe, but not France, the UK, and Ireland. You know, Canada is going to go to, half is going to go to the U.S., and the other half goes to France, you know, UK, and Ireland, and the same thing with Australia. So basically, okay, the bottom line is, okay, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Russia are doomed, because they're outnumbered hundreds to 1. You know what I mean? Well, Russia's outnumbered 50 to 1, but they're still massively outnumbered. So the whole world's going to unite and take their land. The only chance they have is if they become like European American Canada, or you know, like I said, you know, Canada like goes to France, the United Kingdom, and Ireland, and the other half goes to Europe. Same thing with Australia, and Russia gives themselves up to Europe. Because if they do that, not much is going to change in their country at all. Their country will pretty much be the same. You know, they'll probably still have the same political leaders practically. You know, they'll just have like, you know, like automatic citizenship, you know, for French citizens to go to Canada, which is really no big deal. I mean, they have Quebec, they speak a lot of French. You know, just to be more French people. Automatic citizenship from people from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales to go to Canada. Automatic citizenship from people from the United States. They pretty much speak the same language. Same thing with Australia, you know. And Russia, you know, if they give themselves up to Europe, Yeah, there'll be automatic citizenship from European citizens that want to go there, but not a lot of will probably even want to go there. But then they'll become the same country, so they'll have the protection of over 1 billion people globally, instead of the other option where the whole world is going to take their land. They're outnumbered hundreds to one. So they need the United States and Europe for their quote unquote protection. You know what I mean? Or they need to become, and it's not just, they need to really become like much more closely integrated. You know what I mean? Like a European Union, a European American Canadian Union. You know what I mean? Same thing with Australia. Same thing with Russia. Something like that. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So anyways, yeah, this you could say that this video is going to save Canada and save Australia and New Zealand from getting overwhelmed. Yeah, we also count New Zealand, but it's a small island, so I didn't show the maps. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're preferring. There are some other options in there which they could save their land. We do want them to try to legalize a flying space car, etc. It's in the explanation. But basically, okay, to sum it up again, Canada and Australia have to become European American Canada and European American Australia, or the United Kingdom, England, Ireland, Scotland, France, and English Canada, and American Canada. Same thing with Australia. England, Ireland, France, and English Australia, and and American Australia. And the same thing with Russia. You know what I mean? They have to do that, or the whole world's going to unite and take their land. Okay, well, thank you very much. And this is the We Like Women political party. We like women, and we are proud to like women. If they do not like women, they're the enemy. Oh, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you could please donate at least $2, that would be fantastic. Please look it up on our website, because we really do need as much help as you can. It'll really help us. I mean, you don't have to do it, but even a $1 or $2 donation will help, or anything extra. If you could give anything extra, that would be great too. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. And we are the We Like Women political party. We're going to fight to make this happen. If anything, the United States and Europe, we're going to be at least 300 to 400% bigger. Every country in the United States and Europe is going to be 300 to 400% bigger. So, or the whole world gets more land. If the whole world unites against Canada, Australia, and Russia, every country in the world is going to be at least 50 to 80% bigger. And if if the whole but if Canada and Australia decide, hey, you know what, let's save ourselves, let's become European American Australia, European American Canada, European American Russia, then then not much will change, and they'll be able to save their countries. Well, thank you very much. Have a fantastic day.